Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you are in this great big world of ours, and welcome to an episode of Demon the Fallen, a aspect of the living world of darkness, the YouTube experiment. In this scene we have, and at this point I will tag out to my esteemed associate. Fire away, bud.
All right. So, sitting at the Harlem Food Bar, um, which is right there at the corner of 114th and uh, Frederick, uh, Frederick Douglass Boulevard, is a short, about 5'8", redheaded hipster who is sitting right outside, right next to the street, at one of the seats, drinking a cup of coffee. Well, sort of. I mean, have you ever really seen coffee with cream and all the other junk? Ah, man, sugary.
All the shortly thereafter, something that the young fellow is probably not expecting, a a man straight out of feudal Japan, complete with top knot and the wooden shoes that you know the shoes that do the clack 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 as you walk, um with a ornate looking wooden box on his back, will take a seat outside at one of the outer tables, assuming they have those. I'm not sure.
They do. I've actually been there in person. They kind of do. It's
Oh,
kind of
cool.
nice.
Oh, cool. So he will actually take a seat and set up what is for the audience's sake, a go board, and he looks as if he's waiting for someone, and he'll take out a bento box. It's one of the nice lacquered ones. You can tell that there's definitely been some care in actually packing this. And he just pours himself some tea, and he begins to eat as he sets up the board.
Yeah. Can I actually get you to roll me a perception awareness difficulty of 9?
Okay. Um, just a moment, please. Sorry, I'm still trying to maneuver around my sheet, so it's not always the easiest thing.
I completely understand. Just one of those where I've got stuff that can be noticed with an awareness roll. So,
Perception awareness, animal
uh,
care,
yeah.
tribe etiquette. Sorry, I'm. Let's see. I thought I had that, but just a moment. Uh, Leadership, empathy, athletics. Oh, okay. So that's 5 dice. Okay. Just a moment. Excellent. Oh, come on, you silly thing. Sorry. Cerebral palsy, how I hate you. Oh well. No nines. So,
Oh, man.
um, would you like to do one on me? Let me just double check. Backgrounds, evidence 3, influence, academics, legacy 1, Paragon 2, or, sorry, Paragon 1. Okay, so, so how did you do?
Uh, let's see. 2 tens. Oh man.
Nice. So I'm
Apparently the
guessing,
most aware person in the world.
that you would probably sense that this guy is definitely another demon. Um, though I'm not exactly sure what you would be able to pick up on me.
Uh, well, if you didn't have anything really running active, not much, other than maybe, someone's afoot.
Um, well, I'll just read off a couple of things, and
Um,
and 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 you can tell me, okay? Because I don't I'm I'm still very new. This is only technically my first scene after my actual intro, so you and I'll be helping each other.
uh, well, I actually have yet to actually have a scene for the intro scene. I've just had a couple other scenes.
Okay. Okay.
I've had an intro scene with Lily, but that's about it.
Okay, so he one thing that I'm guessing you'd be able to pick up is this guy is Eminence 3.
Uh, but the redhead man, yeah, seeing the ghost set and everything will actually take us a cup of coffee and you wander over to the guy with the ghost head.
Would that also be the same role you would roll to be aware of me if I had, like, say, Fame 2?
Um, hmm.
Or is that a different role?
I think that's a I think that's a different role. Because fame is how well you're known in mortal society, really.
Yep. Yep.
Hmm. uh, but he'll go over seeing the go board and
Okay.
coffee. Ah, what are you playing over here or setting up for?
And the Japanese gentleman will look up at you and say in a very soft yet very friendly voice, "Good afternoon. I am setting up for a Go lesson.
Oh, who are you going to be teaching at Go?
Please forgive." He he says in the utmost politeness. I mean, this guy is extremely polite, as he gives you a polite bow. My student is a very private person. If they arrive and wish to introduce themselves, I invite you to ask them.
All right.
Though, as he is not here, I would be very grateful for your company.
Uh, all right. I can easily sit around and wait, and at least keep you company while you wait, at least for a little bit.
And you see that this very, and just double check something. Um, this very pleasant individual, um, even sets his student's handicap for him. Um, he he will give him a handicap of four pieces. So he takes four of his pieces and puts it in in the other player's lid, which is used as the um, part where you take the captured pieces.
Mhm.
And and he says, "I am honored to meet you. I am Yun Azuma."
I am Tristan Pond, and honored to meet you as well. I'm actually not familiar with how the game Go is played. I mean, I've seen it in a couple shows, a couple animes, seen a couple mangas, but I haven't actually sat down and learned the rules to play.
He he smiles very softly, and the anime, how do you say, um Kikaru no Go, was a very good resource. I felt it explains the game very well, and it also includes some minor lessons at the end of the episodes if you have enough patience for it. Um, if you would like to learn, I'm always willing to take on another student.
Well, it wouldn't hurt to learn. I mean, what's the worst thing that can happen from learning something new? Have to learn something new every day. I mean, there's a lot to learn.
A very admirable attitude for one so young. And he takes out a little piece of paper and he jots down a phone number for you. And he folds it up very nicely and he offers it to you like this and he bows.
Uh, Tristan will accept it, and he will pull a business card out of his wallet for um, a as a gunsmith. If
The
you
mom oh sorry.
Yes.
Um as he takes it he adds uh, a very polite thank you in Japanese. Domo arigatou gozaimasu. And he accepts the card and puts it in his pouch after observing it. A gunsmith.
Yes.
Well. An interesting trade, is it?
That it is. I mean, smithing is what I do now. Well, gunsmithing is. It's not what I've always done in the past, but it works for now.
He he looks with polite curiosity. And what is it you would prefer to be doing?
Oh, uh, machines of all kinds, technology, just the various engines.
Ah. Would you beg this humble person a question?
I can.
And he said, "Thank you. Um, are you perhaps more interested in mechanics, automotives, those sorts of things?"
I I am not exactly a specialist on them, but getting my hands dirty in anything crafted like that is always a pleasure and very intuitive. I've got
Ah,
quite a lot of experience with all kinds of machines, so learning a new one is pretty easy.
let me Let me think for a moment. He will. I'm going to roll a intelligence contacts. If I may.
Alright.
To see if one of the individuals he knows might be seeking a automotive mechanic or someone that is very good with their hands. So let's see. Only 5 dice. I'm sorry. Just a moment. You know, I may know someone. He says, I will bear you in mind when I speak to them next.
Alright. Yeah. Well, feel free to do. And yeah. Well, especially since I am trying to set up home around here and get to know as many of the locals as I can.
Hi. Now that we're closer, what role would I have to do to see if you were a demon again?
Um,
Perception awareness?
yeah. Although I don't really have anything active other than an item, but the item's hard. But yeah, just roll it again. So,
Sorry, the item is what? Sorry.
I have a non-active magic item on me. That is a subtle magic item that is by the book diff 9 to sense. But
Okay. Let me see. That is 3 for that, I think. Athletics, empathy, leadership. Oh, alertness. There we go. That's 2. I just figured I'd try again since we were in really close proximity.
Oh man, look at that 10.
Yeah, and I've got a 9 to follow it up.
Yeah.
So, the gentleman's eyes will raise just very, very slightly. And
yeah. And the item that I have on me that resonates with magic resonates with the lore of the Forge, specifically making an object more perfect.
the out of character. I'm just trying to think of how he might address you. Are you how much evidence does your character have?
Grand total of 0.
Wow. So, and I'm sorry, but he will say in Japanese, although I've momentarily forgotten how exactly you would say this. It is it is good to meet one of my younger brothers.
Uh, Tristan will raise an eyebrow. Uh, Sorry, I don't understand.
Go back. Um, I I'm sorry. I foresee that you and I will see each other again.
Yeah, well, not that unlikely, probably. I mean, place is kind of small. Whole world is. I mean, small
Small,
world,
smaller than you think, says
probably.
me. Says the very traditionally dressed Japanese man. As as a younger individual comes by and says, "Oh, sorry, Sensei. I'm sorry. I didn't. I didn't mean to be late. I missed the subway." And Yun will stand up and bow and say, "Calm yourself. It's all right." And the young lady will look a little shy at at you. "Oh, I'm sorry. I didn't mean to interrupt."
Yeah. Not interrupting. I am more technically the intruder here than you are. So, and
I
I'll get up and offer her the seat where I was sitting, so that way she could sit with him.
it it was very nice to meet you, Han-san.
It was very nice to meet you as well. Perhaps we'll meet again.
I I very much look forward to it. And he smiles and gives you a very polite bow.
Yeah. Tristan will kind of bow back a little bit. Uh, but American bow is not a good bow.
He he seems to very much appreciate the attempt. And after a few minutes, unless you'd like to observe, you can hear from behind you the clack 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 sound of the go pieces on the board.
Tristan will be you know, watching from like a table over, so just kind of observing, trying to get the gist of what's happening.
And just for the sake of dramatic flair, I'm going to roll my intelligence plus. Sorry, I'm just trying to find it. Court medicine. Um, that's weird. Sorry, I thought I had tactics on my sheet out of character. I'm having trouble finding it just now.
Tactics is probably going to be under either knowledges or secondary skills.
Can drive etiquette. Sorry about this, audience. Skill, secondary. Oh, okay. Skills. Um, Secondary tactics. Okay, so let me see. What would he use? it would be intelligence and that's interesting. Is it just if you if you have the secondary skill, uh, does that just mean that you would roll your intelligence in place of the skill, or
Well, if you have the secondary skill, you would roll the relevant attribute plus the secondary skill instead of one of the primary skills. Uh, Basically, the secondary skills are a list of skills that are not on the standard sheet, but are still technically skills that are technically abilities that are not one of the standard ones like athletics or alertness.
so in the case of tactics, it's connected to my intelligence. So I'd roll my intelligence and and
Intelligence tactics or yeah.
okay.
If you,
Um, for the sake of the scene, I'll just I'll just confirm with um Saskia after. Um, I'll just say it's a total of 8, seeing as how the tactics is there, but there's no number there for some reason.
ah,
But I'm assuming that it would be around the same level as my intelligence, which is 4.
okay.
So if you don't mind, I'll be sure to correct that when I get the chance.
Alright, that's fine.
So what he'll do is he begins to educate her in or they carry on with their lesson,
Yeah.
and you can tell that this guy is actually is actually bringing himself down to her level. I mean, this guy is exceptionally good at
Yeah,
what he does.
because there's even another 10.
Yeah, there's like 1, 2. Okay, unless unless the tactics is meant to be a specialty and not a secondary, that is 2, 4, 6, 8 in tens, 9 with the 7.
Yeah.
So yeah, you you can tell this guy is really really good,
Yeah.
and and he gives the young lady the occasional pointer, and they do this for about an hour or so, and she hands him a clean white envelope, which he puts in his pouch, and they bow and they exchange pleasantries before she leaves, and the gentleman will just very very carefully, very reverently um, put his pieces away. So he and it's very ritualized, very very well practiced. As he sets the board on his back again.
After Yoon is done setting the board back up and putting the board on his back, Tristan will get up and walk back over to him. Evening again. That
Hello.
was pretty impressive to watch.
Oh, you're you're very kind. I am still only a student myself.
Well, it's from at least my end, watching pretty impressive.
You honor me.
So, where did you learn to play, or when? Because your master who taught you was very superb.
I I thank you, and I'm sure that my grandfather would thank you as well. As it as it happens, my family lived in Okinawa
Okay.
for a very long time.
Hmm.
And I remember when I was younger, every summer when I would visit him for the holidays, we would play Go twice a day. Once just before breakfast when the sun was coming up, and once before or and once just after supper.
Hmm. Yeah. Yeah. Pretty. Probably also a very nice place to live too. Don't know if I've ever actually been there.
Okinawa is very beautiful. I I have to travel to Japan every so often for matters of business. So I get to see it very often.
My business keeps me, well, fairly local. At least it's going to or is.
Going to?
Well, the more you make, the more you get stuck working in your forge. The more you craft, the more you're in your shop.
Ah,
And setting up a business here means setting up a shop, setting up a home.
I see. You you strike me as a very happy person overall. Are you happy here in America?
Well, quite. All of the new inventions, all all of the great wonders. There's so much to see, so many things that are new, both technological, mechanical. It's very interesting.
We live in a very extraordinary age. I have seen the growth of many things.
I've seen the creation of many things, seen many things be built, and love to see many more.
I'm certain you will. I'm certain you will. And I would not be surprised if you built some of these great wonders in your own time.
I hope I can.
I have a good feeling about you in that way. And he gives you a very serene smile.
Yeah, Tristan will give a kind of like one of the crooked half smiles if you're familiar with them. Yeah, I I hope I will. Love to see quite a few new things brought in. Quite a few people helped with inventions. That is the purpose of technology, for the betterment of mankind.
I think, and he kind of says this with a a knowing sort of glint in his eye. I think that is what we were. I think that is what we're all striving for in the end.
To see mankind succeed. To become exactly as perfect as it was meant to be.
I couldn't agree more.
Mm-hmm. Neither could I. Ugh.
Would you like some company? Are you bound anywhere?
I was stopped here getting dinner, getting coffee, um, mostly because it's been a little bit of a day. Yeah.
He he'll he'll actually very briefly take out his lunchbox and he'll hand you a homemade steam bun. Here you are.
Uh, no thanks. I couldn't.
Oh please, my wife made them.
I am certain that she is a excellent chef, an excellent cook, but I'm sorry I can't. I couldn't.
He smiles. And would you like me to roll anything specific to? Actually, maybe that would be in perception, empathy. Yeah, that seems to make sense. Because he's he's sort of curious. So I think that's 5 dice, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, 5 dice. Three successes.
Um, it seems that he's uh refusing not to be mean, but is actually refusing to be polite, almost. Um, uh, Mostly out of the uh, almost out of the idea that because the common perception of the Japanese culture is that you refuse a gift once or twice before accepting, and you always seem to be hesitant to accept a gift.
Now, out of character, because I'm curious, I thought that was something from the L5R, like that's very similar, but
Uh,
I didn't actually know that that was an actual thing.
uh, it's considered to be common Japanese etiquette, um, at least as far as like even doing a cursory Google search for Japanese etiquette. It's one of the things that come up is that you should always refuse anything once or twice, just to be
Oh,
polite.
okay. And 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 so thank you. Going back into character, the the man will smile and he'll say, "Please, I would consider it a sign of our new acquaintance." And he will offer it to you again.
Uh, if you insist, then I will accept. Thank you, and he will accept it.
It's a it's a nice steam bun.
He'll Christian will try the steam bun, and he'll kind of take a little bit of it and chew it, and you can tell it's not necessarily uh, something that he's used to eating, but he doesn't spit it out, or he tries a little bit of it. Thank you. It's very good. Thank you.
You are most welcome. And the gentleman will offer a please excuse me, and
All right.
and he will turn on his heel and head head away to who knows where. And may I ask, what is your character thinking or feeling right now?
Um, when he's leaving, mostly just thinking, oh, and is planning on just waiting for a little bit longer, maybe finishing another cup of coffee before heading out, assuming Yoon doesn't come back.
Nope, he seems to be heading off to another appointment or maybe home, who knows.
Um, well, uh, Tristan isn't going to follow him to the next appointment, so because he would feel like he's intruding.
Okay. Is there anything else you would like your character to do, or should we end the scene now?
I think we can safely end the scene.
Okay. And with that, ladies and gentlemen, we leave our two new acquaintances as as they both continue their journey of discovering themselves and this new plane of existence they currently find themselves. And until next time, thank you players for playing, and thank you watchers for watching.